Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to do another twin flame reading, divine counterpart reading, whatever you resonate with. Okay. Yeah, so interesting last night after yesterday's reading. Yeah, there was a lot more that came up to the surface after I got done finished with that reading. A lot of just like dealing with like my body reacting. A lot of anger and resentment came up. Just in general, not necessarily toward the divine masculine, but just like in general about the situation. A lot of like ruminating on like, you know, thinking up scenarios and things like that. And, you know, I just really sort of acknowledged what I was feeling and acknowledged where it was coming from, and tried to remain level-headed whilst letting those emotions pass through me. So let me know if you guys we're in the same boat, or if you're in the same boat now. But it passed fairly quickly. I don't feel like I've made complete peace with it, but I feel at peace that it didn't ruin my night. It didn't ruin my divine masculine's night. It didn't take me too far away from myself. And I know that the next time I have to deal with something like that, with that situation, I will probably be able to handle it better. Anyway, let's see. See what's going on in the connection today. What's going on in the twin flame connection today? High Priestess. Okay, so we've heeded the call. We've listened to our intuition here. There's a sense of really being in tune with one another at this point in time. Both twins really sort of being aware of the inner guidance and being aware of the dark side of themselves, the toxic side of themselves. Hanged Man. Being able to see things from a different perspective and not being so rigid in the... What is that? What's the word for this? Like... when you think of Cersei, you think... hostile, the hostility and the cruelness, right? There definitely was an air of me feeling hostile, and like having really cruel thoughts last night that I was able to sort of like look at instead of give into. And I was also able to see them, observe them. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminines today. Two of Cups. So they're feeling really positive about the connection between the two of them. They're feeling really in tune with the Divine Masculine. Okay, this is a nice turn of events. Temperance. The Tower didn't come out, but I will put a pin in that. Yeah, okay, so the Divine Feminine is feeling like things are actually quite balanced. Things do seem to be balanced. Eight of Swords. Okay, so they feel like they're on top of this feeling trapped. Okay, beautiful. Let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculines today. What's going with the Divine Masculines? Seven of Swords. Okay, they're working on their self-abandoning tendencies. This is interesting. Also, there's something here as well, like the work that they do feels self-abandoning to them, and I feel like they're realizing that. That could just be a sad note as well. What's going on with the divine masculines today? Queen of Cups. Okay, so it seems like today is the day that the divine masculines are confronted with what the divine feminines were. So it's time for them to see things from a different perspective, see the ways in which they abandon themselves, the ways in which they don't relate to others anymore, and the ways in which they were sacrificing their own morals, their own behaviors in order to have those people in their life, or just in order to be agreeable. Sometimes I feel like the Queen of Cups can be just this like agreeable person. It's like the dark side of the Queen of Cups, I guess. Let's go into this a little bit more. Let's see what's going on here for the divine masculine. A little bit more in depth. Four of Swords. Okay, so they're sort of like in quiet contemplation about this, but also rest and recovery. Let's see. King of Swords. So they're probably going to be doing this in like a quiet way. They're probably going to be quite quiet about this. Like they're not going to necessarily bring it up to your attention until they've sort of dealt with it, I guess. Especially because a lot of the divine masculines like to process things first. So what is it they're actually processing? They could also be keeping like a secret, not a bad secret. They could also be like keeping things quiet, plans they have. Because Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is working on something, building something. They could be hiding that they're working towards something. For some of them, it's not going to be all of them. Eight of Cups and the Sun. They're leaving behind, they've seen something for what it is. They're leaving it, and they're deciding to sort of like leave it behind. Two of Coins, they're pivoting. And they're balancing things out in their life. Oh my God, I'm sick of this. Oh my God, it's going under the lounge. What? Where has it gone? Oh, I bet you it's gone right under. Oh, give me a sec, guys. Sorry. I really want to know what that card is now. It is the Hermit. Remember, we were picking up on the Hermit energy in yesterday's reading. So it seems like they're pivoting in real time, and they're sort of just keeping it under wraps. Why? Let's see why. I'm going to put those cards back so that we can dive into this a bit more. Ooh. Ten of Swords. Okay, because this is something that they have to reconcile within themselves. Eight of Pentacles. It's something that requires their attention. Okay, so what is this? What is this? Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I absolutely see that as like their self-sacrificing behaviors. Like the subservience, the self-sacrificing, the people-pleasing. The people-pleasing. It's the people-pleasing. Okay. So they've been made aware of the ways in which they have been self-pleasing, people-pleasing in their life. King of Swords. Oh, I see. Okay. So this King of Swords energy, this like quiet, this aloofness, this coldness, this detachedness. What did it say? I need like descriptive words. I'm really not good with descriptive words. Yeah, there's just this, having this logical, wait, I can't read and talk at the same time. Yeah, this like strategic and ruthless in the way that they think, like this rigid thinking, this coolness, this detached, like the King of Swords isn't like emotional, this unemotional, yeah, this unemotional way of being, thinking and presenting themselves is self-abandoning. And it's become their default now, and they're wanting to move away from that. Just saw the Six of Swords. They're wanting to move away from that and communicate this to the Divine Feminine. Like, I feel like they're realizing the ways in which they have really abandoned their own emotions. Ooh, okay, the way they've abandoned their own emotions. The ways in which they have abandoned their own emotions for the sake of like masculinity, or the sake of being like, for the sake of not being too much or something like that, like holding it all in, keeping it all yeah, because we got, I think it was in yesterday's reading, we had the Page of Cups, and it was like they're willing to sort of communicate that now. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, so things are changing and they're ready for that change. Okay, let's take a look at the, like, what ways have they been abandoning their emotions in their life that they are seeing. Which ways are they, like, how are they seeing that now? Where is that being highlighted for them? Because this seems like this is happening on the conscious mind right now. So on the conscious mind, where is the Divine Masculine seeing the ways in which they have abandoned themselves? Where is this happening? In what area of their life? Six of Cups, they're reflecting, they're reminiscing their past. Okay, so they're seeing their past quite clearly. They're seeing the ways in which they have, like, been cold and aloof and detached. Nine of Cups, Five of Wands. And also, like, how this happens around when it, like, this happens around the things that they truly want, the things that they truly desire. Eight of Cups. They're ready to leave that behind. Yeah, they're seeing the opportunity that is at hand. What is that? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, okay, so this has become a burden for them. King of Cups. I feel like it's just getting too much to, like, be this King of Swords. Like, it's just too much to bear. Yeah, and so they're ready for this change to happen, like this full body change. Okay, so let's see the ways in which they are consciously deciding to make a change when it comes to this. I need to show it this way because they're curvy. What's the question? What are the ways in which the Divine Masculine today is consciously choosing to release that burden of self-abandonment? Page of Cups. He's gonna literally going to be more emotional, be more forthcoming with the emotions as they have them. This is the way in which they're wanting to work on it. What was that? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups about Two of Swords. Okay, so they don't know where to begin. It's almost like they don't know where to start. So they're just going to start by, I guess, expressing what they have realized, the realizations that they have had, and that they do wish, this is something that they wish to change or, I guess, amend or work on. Like, I'm going to work on being more forthcoming with my emotions. I'm going to work on, that they're seeing this opportunity. What is this song? You are all I need. Oh, seriously. Okay, at least they didn't go too far. Okay, King of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so oh, this could also have something to do with like their work, like what they do in the world, or their dreams and their dreams and aspirations. Like they might say like, I don't know if I want to be doing this anymore. Like I want to do something different. It's not making me happy. Or like, I've actually been thinking about doing this for a very long time. Like, do you think I should do it, or how would I go about it? Because this seems more like something that would make me happy for the long term. Like, what do you think? Or there's a new opportunity that they have discovered or has come to them. I feel like they've discovered it. Six of Coins. It's like for the betterment of their stability, of the stability of the connection too. Okay, so I feel like, but they've been abandoning that, this dream or this idea or this desire, because of competition. What competition? Or inner conflict. Okay, about how long it'll take, or whether they have the ability to do it. Okay, interesting. So I feel like Divine Feminine, you're going to hear about something. Like your Divine Masculine is going to bring something to your attention, but this is what they want. Eight of Coins and Eight of Cups. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. So they want to walk away from something that they have been tirelessly working for, because it's almost like the reasons for them doing it, they're realizing the reasons for them doing it in the first place were misplaced. Like they weren't right. They weren't doing something for the right reasons. Yeah, they were doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it from a wound, from a pain, from a wound. Mother wound. Okay, mother wound. Absolutely. And they're seeing that it was like what glitters isn't gold. So, so something that they were taught from their mother, or like a belief they had based on like that, you know, when it comes to, you know, work hard and buy a house or whatever the story is, they're realizing it comes from the wound of their mother, or something that their mother had taught them. And they're realizing that this good idea, or this, you know, you need to do this, or why don't you do this, they're seeing it from a different perspective. They're seeing that it's not so well, like it's not such a great idea. It's not like, that's not how you like have to do things. So they're abandoning the old beliefs. Is that correct? 2 of coins. They're abandoning the old beliefs that no longer serve them, it seems. How funny. That's what the whole purpose of the twin flame journey is. Strength. Okay. Yeah, so they're having the guts to do something different. They're having yeah, okay, so they're seeing the cracks in the pavement. So they're seeing like I can see it very clearly now. The first 4 cards that we pulled: the Page of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. It's like this idea of what I've been building, or what I've been working towards. It's been such an illusion. It's been an illusion. I'm ready to pursue something of my own design, of my own passion. That's really interesting, because this is something that the Divine Feminine has dealt with, like the mother imposing beliefs and stories, and this is how you do life, and, you know, work hard and do this because for your own sense of stability and security. And, you know, this is very something that, you know, the younger generation, my generation, is very much dealing with the old imposed beliefs from the parents and their grandparents of how to do life, because the world is changing and we're no longer living in the same world. So we have to do things differently. So we are now realizing that the way the dreams or the things that we were doing aren't really, it was an illusion. It's not how I want to do life. That's not how I want to live my life. The things that I've been saving for, I've been saving for a house, I don't want to buy a house, like that kind of situation. Yeah, they're seeing it. They're seeing it very clearly. It's coming up that way. This is how it goes: Sun first and then the Empress reversed. What does it say about the reversed Empress in here? That's what I want to know. In the reverse position, the Empress reveals imbalance in relationships and finances. You or a person close to you may need to be less controlling, and money needs managing. Creative projects may fester because you feel blocked. Yeah. So they're seeing this clearly now. They're seeing the ways in which they can improve this, and it comes from, where do they understand that it comes from? Where does it, what's the problem? What's the issue for them? Being too rigid, needing to do things differently, needing to balance things out. Equal give and take. Chariot. It comes from fear. It comes from anxiety. What does it say about the 2 of Pentacles in here, in this deck? Resources, balance, tension, decisions. Cash flow issues or need to choose where to live, work, or study when faced with 2 strong options. The message is consistency and attention to detail to keep money flowing, and to make choices based on what is practical rather than ideal. An additional meaning is news via a letter or email. So yeah, there's been like a fear about the decisions to make around their own, like what is practical to them, their own practicality. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Cups, what they want, what they desire, and achieving that. How to achieve that? How to achieve that so that they can have that enjoyment, or how to achieve that on their own, or maybe that's what they've been thinking, like, I'll just do this first and then I'll come together with my divine feminine. Whatever it is, they're doing it, like they're realizing, okay, what's practical, but in the eyes of everyone else, or in the eyes of society, but what's practical for me? And I feel like they are inspired to act upon that, and they're just going to go for it here with the Seven of Wands. They're just going to jump right in. And they realize that they have been asleep for too long. They've been too detached from the connection. And it has been causing some pain for both of them. And they're aware of this now. They intuit this, and they know this. Yeah, okay. They've been holding back on enjoying the relationship or enjoying the connection because of all of this. Because of all of their ideals. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. And they know that they need to be more forthcoming now. They know, like, they're aware of the ways in which they are aware of the ways in which they withhold, and how that, you know, I'll be more loving, or I'll let myself feel, or I'll enjoy the connection once we've achieved this, or once I achieve that. And it's like they're realizing, no, that's not, the connection and the relationship can't actually grow when you're not present, when you're not a part of it, when you're not acting a part of it. Ace of Swords, they have this understanding now. They have this realization that in order for their life, in order for the connection to grow, for the relationship to build something in the relationship, the relationship isn't growing because they're not investing. And I think they realize this now. They're not investing in the relationship, meaning they're not investing their emotions. They're not giving enough, and they're seeing that now, and it's not brought them anything. They now see the future very clearly, and they know now what they need to do in order to actually have things move forward in the way in which they want to. Yeah, look at this. Moving forward on a new journey. So, moving forward, what has the Divine Masculine decided to do about these realizations? What have they decided to do? The Divine Masculine decided to do now. They've decided to grow it for the long term, or they've decided to Queen of Coins, Ten of Coins, Queen of Coins, Five of Coins. Oh, okay, they've decided to... King of Coins on the bottom. I guess they've decided to participate, cooperate, help. Yeah, the Lovers. They've decided to invest in the connection instead of separately. Can we clear that up a bit? The Star Okay, they decided to restore a sense of hope and harmony and healing to the connection by how. It's way too many. Page of Swords. I guess by asking how they can help, or yes, there's that Ace of Cups. Okay, so the new beginning is here. Okay, so like, how can, I guess maybe joining forces. I feel like joining forces with the Divine Feminine, with the Queen of Pentacles, which is, yeah, and not being, and okay, so they're actually, you know, it's like this. It's just reversed on there, flipped. So they're ready, they're ready to give, and that's what I mean by joining forces. They see that the Queen of Pentacles only has 5, the Divine Feminine only has 5 pentacles to give, and they're sort of struggling on their own here, okay? And they're willing to sort of join forces, join their 5 pentacles. It's like they have 6 pentacles, and the Divine Feminine has 5. So they're willing to give some, not to the Divine Feminine, but with the Divine Feminine to make this a 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. And they're not being so rigid about it. And this is how that Ace of Cups that we picked up on in yesterday's reading can begin. The Ace of Cups is no longer pending. Knight of Swords, they're deciding this very, very quickly too. They're being very assertive with this. 4 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Yeah. So this is like, I really feel like they're being assertive to be more present and not be so looking elsewhere. They're really deciding to be more present and to be more in this harmoniousness with the Divine Feminine, to offer this cup, to take up the cup that the Divine Feminine is offering, and not waiting for a better time or a better moment, or when they've got once they've got things under control. It's like, when I'm rich, I will do this. I'll enjoy my life when I'm rich. It's like, you know, that kind of energy. Like, I'll be present in this connection once you know, we've bought a house or whatever it is, but this is just not the path that they're supposed to be taking. And things need to change, and they know that, yeah, change is happening. Wow, beautiful. Okay, let's just quickly get some Wild Woman Oracle here. Let's see with the Oracle cards what both counterparts are both working towards at this time, both actively focusing on today, in the 3D. What are both counterparts focusing on today in the 3D individual? Okay, so let's get one for the Divine Feminine. What is the Divine Feminine focusing on in the 3D today? Consciously focusing on in the 3D today. Okay, and what is the Divine Masculine consciously focusing on in the 3D today? This one also wanted to come out. Okay, so the Divine Feminine on the 3D space is focusing on Sanctuary. Okay, this is a new deck to me, so I will read it. So number 3. What can I do right now to nourish and rejuvenate my mind, heart, and soul? Yeah, even nature slows down and rests during the dark half of the year, the autumn and winter months, yet everything is still accomplished and at its appropriate time. Whether it be for a few days, a few hours, or just a few minutes, take some time to retreat into your own sacred sanctuary for a break. So the Divine Feminine is still being pushed to have a break. If you have been in a state of busyness, filling everyone else's cup but your own, give yourself permission right now to replenish your own cup. Okay, so this is what the Divine Feminine is focusing on today. Divine Masculine is focusing on reconciliation and a new beginning. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at reconciliation. What uncomfortable truth have I been unwilling to face, even though facing it may lead to a genuine reconciliation between myself and another? And this is what I was saying. They're sort of allowing themselves to come forward, and they're allowing themselves to offer something to the connection, to really invest in it. And I feel like the reason why they hadn't before, they were just sort of going along hoping that the connection would grow and flourish by both of them individually working on it, like working on their own stuff. The Divine Masculine is realizing that for the relationship to actually grow and flourish, they have to actually invest something into it. And this is their love, their time, their energy, and for some of them, their money. The same way that the Divine Feminine has, okay? And the reason, and I feel like they're consciously aware now that they hadn't been doing this. I think that they thought they had, and they're realizing now that they hadn't. And that's why they weren't seeing the progress that they wanted to see within the connection. It's because they hadn't been giving. So in order for them to, so this is what they're realizing today, and they're realizing that this has come from a place of self-protection, and I'm just getting the sense, like I can't articulate it very well. I'm seeing my Divine Masculine realizing that they've been withholding out of a fear of being left with nothing or a fear of abandonment. So they're realizing this now, and they're realizing that this is going to bring us closer, and it's actually safe. Sunflowers again. It's actually safe for them to invest more into this relationship in order to see it flourish. Let's have a look at number 9, a new beginning. Yeah, it just talks about new cycles, the spring equinox. The spring equinox in Australia is coming up actually, so that's really interesting. So that's beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, we have divine care and self-love. So yeah, really sort of realizing that both of these are an act of self-love, especially for the Divine Masculine. So the Divine Feminine is having like more of a traditional like act of self-love by forcing themselves to rest and allowing themselves to rest without ridicule. The Divine Masculine is allowing themselves to come close with their Divine Feminine and really invest in the connection in a way that they haven't before, and they're realizing that this is how they have the success and the progress that they are so willing, that they've been so wanting to see within the connection, within the relationship. They realize, okay, well, I have to actually allow myself to invest in this in order to see it go a certain way. You know, it's not the other way around. Like, I'll invest in this fully once it's proven itself to me. It's like, well, you have to prove yourself to it in order to see the change and the progress that you're wanting in this relationship. You need to be a willing participant. You need to actually give a little to this. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want a personal reading with me, head to the link in the description box. There's one to my Etsy shop and one to my website. You decide where you'd like to purchase from. Doesn't matter. And please give this video a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you in the next video.